Let's just bring you some breaking news from the Premier League.
This is brave from his part, and it's not an easy decision. So I think he deserves to have a chance to manage.
Yeah, but Patrick, we discussed this last week. There's loads of examples of young managers getting an opportunity and doing really well. But there's more examples of managers getting a job and not doing well. We can all handpick. We could pick 5, 6 managers here, young managers who've gone into a job and done a brilliant job. But there's loads of examples of managers.
But I don't think.
And you mentioned clubs
I don't think being young. I don't think being young
or inexperienced,
should be enough. Pep Guardiola was at Barcelona,
second team, and I can name you 50 examples where a manager got a job and they didn't work out. Everyone mentions Pep or Zidane.
But he deserves a chance. And then time will say if he's good enough for United or not.
It is transformational what he's done right now.
Well, certainly I saw some of the performances I've seen from them have been very good. We'll see. It's 5 games. We'll see. There's no need to rush to this. You've got the rest of the season to play out. It's much easier for him to come in and change things back the way the players like it, and some would say utilise them as they should be utilised, and I hear that argument. It's very different from when he stops being someone they can relate to and starts being their manager, real manager, rather than someone that's putting the feel-good factor back in there, giving them what they want, playing with common sense in the centre of it all. Although common sense is a contradiction of terms, because it wouldn't be common if people didn't have it, would it? But the fact is that he's done a far better job than I think most people suggested he might have done. So he puts himself in a conversation, and if he keeps on going and doesn't get beaten all season, then it's going to be difficult to resist it.
Well, he's got a great chance of getting into the Champions League, and the way he conducts himself around the place, I think, is really important. I think when you become the Manchester United manager, I think it weighs heavy on your shoulders. For some people, it weighs heavy on shoulders. It's a new experience to walk into that dressing room, to walk down that touchline, to come out the Stretford end, the tunnel in the corner, and walk down the side of the pitch and then sit there with your blazer on in the stand. But because he's been there for so many years, it feels like home for him. So it doesn't feel abnormal to be taking these games, to be in charge of this football team. And he's sort of almost restored the sense of normalcy. I spoke to Luke Shaw the other week, and he was full of praise for the way that he conducted himself, and said the fact that he is a former player who understands what the club should be, who understands what it's like to win big matches, which I think is another key thing, not necessarily just being sewn into the fabric of the club. That gives the players confidence, and he understands what the players...
And he knows, having been a player, how to behave. This is a really big club with a massive history, and I think he's gone in seamlessly. That's impressive. We've seen a catalogue of managers with big CVs, some with, some without, go in and take this job and not seem ready for it, talking about, I need a pre-season. This fella doesn't need a pre-season. He's already gone in and made the necessary changes. We all know from the outside, nobody was really happy with the previous manager's tactics that he was deploying. It seemed, like he was very poor vocabulary of tactics.
As an ownership group, because they've made some bad decisions so far.
They have made some bad decisions. It's interesting that this narrative gets trotted out, that if you know the club, well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knew the club too. Whilst he had a period of what people consider now to be relative success, he left it in chaos at the end of it, despite knowing it, despite being a participant in arguably the most legendary times that Manchester United had, winning the treble. So with that in mind, it's a case of, can you do the job or can't?
Different personalities, isn't it?
Sure, but we're talking about the examples of, and the personality of Michael Carrick at this moment in time is very easy on the eye, very easy on the ear, nothing controversial. Don't upset the players, give them what they want, play them when they want to, bring people back into play positions, and we'll see how it goes. It's taking care of itself. Now, when adversity comes knocking and the players revert to type and revert to what they've done previously, which is not enough, we'll see how he answers those questions.
I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
I'm sure it is. But right now, we've got a guy in situ that is very different. First of all, he's very different to Amorim, right? So anybody but Amorim might be for some of the dressing room. So you get that mentality into the player's mind. It will come on top when some of these players don't get what they want or don't get what they like.
It feels like we've been here a lot longer than probably what we have, to be honest, in a really good way. I think there's been obviously some good games, some good results, some good work on the training ground, and the players have been kind of embracing what we're trying to, in the direction that we're trying to take them. So it's been a really obviously enjoyable start, but I think this has given us a time, not so much for me and coach, but for the players a little bit. I think when you're coming through change, psychologically, emotionally, it can be quite challenging, and the boys have been kind of right at it in terms of investing everything in. So it's came at a good time to have a bit of a deep breath, take it in, like you said, and kind of get ready for the next challenges.